Afternoon, Vernon.
I recognize that voice, Mr. Vishu Tolan. You are the chairman for the GC Foster College?
Yes, I am, and I'm calling you in probably one of the worst moments I've ever been in.
I can just
after being
imagine.
advised that one of our vice principals, Gibbs Williams, who is the vice principal for academics at the college, was murdered earlier today. And
God.
this is a shock to the community. It should be a shock to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to express my sincerest condolence to him, his family, and the school community of GC Foster College. Vernon, I'm not quite sure where we are going as a nation.
Yes.
But too often this is happening, and we're seeing it more and more. I mean, yesterday we had the principal of St. Richard's Primary being shot at.
She's lucky to have survived that attack.
Exactly. And, you know, when I reflect on Gibbs Williams, he's probably the last person I would have expected anything like this. I saw him on Monday. I'm actually away. I'm off the island, and I got the news today, earlier today. And it really broke my heart, broke my spirit. And it makes you wonder, what are we doing back home? Why are these things happening? Why are we allowing them to happen? And the naysayers may say, you only care today because it's closer to you. But the reality is, when it comes this close to you, and it comes to the family of a school, a college like GC Foster, it even has more impact in terms of the way forward. Gibbs just came back about 2 weeks ago from the under-19 cricket tournament in Sri Lanka. He was the manager of the under-19 West Indies team. So he only came back to the college about 2 weeks ago. Yes. And Gibbs is also the trainer for the West Indies team, the Jamaica team, physical trainer cricket team. He's a very integral part of the college.
Just repeat that. Don't go through. Repeat those things that he's involved in.
He's involved with West Indies cricket as a trainer. And he just came back from Sri Lanka. He was the manager of the under-19 cricket team that participated in that tournament in Sri Lanka. He's also a trainer for the Jamaica cricket team, along with other spheres of his work. But more so at GC Foster College, he was just recently appointed the vice principal for academics after acting for a year. I think this is his second year in the position as VP for academics, and has been doing a tremendous job. His peers at the college will tell you that since he became vice principal, the changes and the different areas that he has brought a lot of attention to, and his expertise, and the way in which he delivers is very, very wanting in terms of what we require at the college. So it was with a sense of regret, a sense of lack of understanding and appreciation that I call you this morning, just to express to his family and the extended family at GC Foster my heartfelt condolences to his family at this point.
Mr. Tolan, I know you're a strong man, and this is a time when you have to get stronger. And I'm going to suggest very strongly that you meet with the academic staff and students. And in memory of normally when somebody dies, they have a scholarship or something like that. But in memory of this outstanding Jamaican who is contributing nationally in more ways than one, I'd love to get those students committed to fight against crime. Whatever they can do, I'm willing to work with them, whether it's going out there, whether it's education, whether it's they have talents out there, but doing something in a practical way to say to this nation, we have had enough. It might mean just coming up with suggestions. I'm willing, for example, to accommodate them on air. I also had come up with an idea for a public speaking competition. I have been able to finalize it, where persons can start to speak out. Because what is happening, as Mr. Tolan, is that the criminals are getting too much attention and recognition, and those who just display general indiscipline. For example, the lady who was caught on camera at the Heroes Park at that crab vendor's place, doing the unthinkable. That lady was on national radio. And the lady the person who actually videotaped the nasty behavior is being made into as if she did something wrong. And
so she's a villain, eh?
Exactly. Which is what we have to change. And so long as I'm on air, I'm going to do my bit working with the station to make sure that those who do good, this is a religious station, and I'm sure Pastor Moyne will give support me on this one. Whatever we can do to support what is good in the country, we are going to continue to support what is good. You can't have a country where the most popular person, I would say should be notorious, is a incarcerated person who has a number of murders under his belt. We have to continue.
Can you imagine that?
Yes.
Can you imagine that? But I just want to thank you, Vernon, and you mentioned something, and I do know that Principal Wilson and his team are putting together...
oh, by the way, what's the first name of the principal? What's the first name of the principal? He said Principal Wilson.
Maurice Wilson.
Okay.
Maurice Wilson.
I think I've met him already.
And, yeah, you would have. And he's track and field fame. He's the national coach of the Jamaica track and field team.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that they're putting together activities in place right now for the chaplain and others to meet with both the student and staff just to go through this particular period. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very important. And I tell you, this is something none of us would have expected. Absolutely not.
I must tell you that I expect it. I must tell you, the way things are going, I expect this and more. Until the nation stands up and says, we have had enough, it will continue. You notice I said the nation, the whole nation has to say we have enough. It means, therefore, we will not tolerate any little man go on little hanky-panky in the district. We're not going to have them. The nation needs to stand up and say enough is enough. And the students can stand up. I'm looking out for those students to stand up in a strong way. Normally we have demonstrations against government. It can't be just against government. The whole nation have to say, oh boy. You know what I'm saying about the gunman there.
I fully understand what you're saying, Vernon, and I concur. Mm-hmm. And again, I just want to reiterate to the members of the GC Foster community, stay strong and heartfelt condolences to all, to both Gibbs, Williams' family, and to the members of the GC Foster fraternity. It is a sad moment in the history of the college and also the history of Jamaica. And as we celebrate EOS weekend coming up, can you imagine these are the situations that we're facing today?
Well, our hero is an incarcerated man, convicted of murder. And there are others who have come back to this country after committed certain things overseas. They are superstars. We have to change this, what's happening, because the young people are following these guys, you know. That's a problem in our schools.
And that's the unfortunate, that is the unfortunate reality, that we've become such a crass society.
Yes.
The morals, the values that
gone
existed 20, 30, 40 years ago is going through the window because of wanting immediate reaction, immediate gratification. You know, we see it in the school, the kids fighting. This thing about a shoe, stepping on a shoe.
Yes, man.
In the last 2 weeks, we have had some major challenges. It's terrible what's going on in our school. And I think, I really do believe, and not even think, that we need to get back some discipline inside our school. We have allowed the indiscipline to continue to rear its ugly head, and to want to take a populist view as against taking what we know and what we believe to be the right disciplinary actions. We need to get back to those days. I look forward to that.
And Mr. Tolan, that is why we're giving you a voice now. And as chairman of that very important institution, you will continue to have a voice. So you just let us know what we need to do to make sure that good people, those who wish our country well, they have a strong voice. And with this station and with this program, I'm assuring you that you have a voice, because we need persons who support what is good so we can continue to make this country the greatest little country in the whole wide world. Can you imagine a country which is doing so well in sports? And look what you have done. Look what you have done. Here's a man who's contributing.
Yes.
Yes.
Words fail me at this point.
Yes.
But I thank you very much, Mr. Darby Vernon, for accepting my call and for allowing me to express to the family and to the wider community, on behalf of the board of the GC Foster College and the management, our sincerest condolence to the family.
And please pass on to the school community of my support for them and the program on the station, and that we will do what needs to be done to assist them. And please ask of them to do something to commit themselves in the fight against crime, violence, and indiscipline, and just a poor level of manners, attitudes in the society.
I will do so, sir. And again, on behalf of the board, I just want to express our condolences. Thank you very much, Vernon, for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vishu Tolan. He is a chairman for the I just slipped me because I'm getting so upset at this point.
GC Foster College
GC
of Physical Education.
Thank you very much, my brother. All the best.
Thank you. Bye now.